Effectively, will conservatives get their wish? Can Specter win in Democratic's primary? Can Crist win a three-way race? We're joined right now by Newsweek's Howard Fineman and syndicated radio host Michael Smerconish. They're both MSNBC political analysts. Howard, I want you to both of you, Howard and Michael, both look at this debate. I caught a bit of it today. Here's the first and only debate between Specter and Sestak up in Philly. Let's listen.
At the outset of this debate, there's one item which needs to be cleared up. I want an apology from Congressman Sestak for his television advertisement, which calls me a liar. When he calls me a liar, that's out of bounds. I want an apology.
Career politicians will do anything in order to keep their job. They'll switch the party from being a Republican because they cannot beat the Republican opponent. And the next day after a poll's taken, they become a Democrat.
Well, notice that Congressman Sestak doesn't deal with the issue about calling me a liar.
Well, that's Arlen Specter. He's known for his aggressive style in elections. Howard, who's winning this thing?
Well, since Michael's there in Philly, I concentrated on calling my friends in my hometown of Pittsburgh and around the Allegheny County Courthouse and City Hall and so forth. They think that Sestak's got a chance of catching Specter here. Specter's playing prosecutor again, sounding like the aggrieved party, but he's also an incumbent for a long, long time, caught in a whipsaw between attacks from another Democrat and attacks from Republicans who keep churning out stuff attacking Specter also.
Michael, your views of this race and how it went Saturday night and whether Specter's going to get beaten.
Well, I was surprised on Saturday night that Sestak didn't have a response because the line of attack from Specter was oh so predictable. Arlen Specter has a commercial on television in Pennsylvania in which he says that Joe Sestak was relieved of his command, and he points to an article in the Navy Times as evidence of that fact, and Sestak has responded by saying, "You're a liar." So continually Specter was saying, "Release your naval records," and Joe Sestak never had any kind of an answer to that question. You'd have thought he'd have been better prepared for it. Chris, the most interesting aspect of the night is that John Baer was the moderator. He told me today that when the lights went dark and the debate was over, he heard Specter mumble fisticuffs to Joe Sestak. He said, "Do you want to continue this?" And then he heard the word fisticuffs. That lets you know how hot this one is getting.
Okay, let's look at the latest polling and we'll move on here. According to pollster.com, which is an average of all the polls, it's 47-34. But Howard, you got a new poll from Muhlenberg.
Yeah, and I think they look like they've done a fairly systematic job, and they're going to start daily tracking. They show at 48-42, Specter over Sestak. My guess is, from talking to people I know there, that it's not that close. But if there is any momentum here, it seems it is with Sestak. And also, Specter's got to be careful, Chris, because he's under 50% here. Yeah. You know, that's even in a primary, that's a rule. If you're sort of the incumbent, which he is, under 50 is a dangerous.
I think that's where it's going to end up that close, but I don't think it's there yet. Anyway.